Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, everybody out there listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, oh, listen, Steve Harvey, why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get him on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Wow, man, how good has God been to me? You know, today, let me get right to it because I'm kind of feeling this today, and I'm pretty sure there's quite a few of you who go through the same things. Today was just a little tough morning for me because I didn't want to leave home yesterday. I wanted to stay home a little. I had just gotten home. I got to go again, and sometimes, just the weight of all that you have to do just gets on you sometimes. And sometimes you don't feel like doing it today. I'm just talking to those who feel this way every now and then. And I'm assuming that would be everybody because I don't know nobody who can just plow through this thing without having those days. Well, what do you do when it gets hard to stay up? What do you do when it gets hard to be positive? What do you do when it seems like things aren't happening for you fast enough or in the time frame that you thought it was going? What do you do? And the reason that I guess I chose to speak about this morning is because I'm having one of those days, because I had one of those days yesterday. It was just a tough day. I really can't explain it. It's nothing really in particular bad happened. It's just I think the weight of all that's going on started to feel heavy to me. Not being able to sit down with my wife and talk some of these things through so she could help me out, that kind of got to me yesterday because she had to go take care of some business. I had to go take care of some business. When she got in, it was late. I got in, it was late, and so I guess so it sort of pushed me into this thing, man. I didn't have nobody to talk to about it. And so what do you do when you have days like that, when it's hard to be positive, when it's hard to stay up? Okay, here's what I had to start doing this morning. Now, I haven't completed it. Can I just be real with you? I haven't completed it. Excuse me. But I am processing it out because I know what to do. Because I've been here hundreds of times before. See, that's the cool thing about getting older. That's the cool thing about life is that you gain experiences along the way. been there, done that. I done had that pain before I know what to do. If I sprain my finger, I know what to do now. The first sprain I had, oh, Lord, I thought it was broke. I thought I was going to be handicapped. I didn't know how I was going to fix it. Oh, Lord, what now? I can't write no more. Now, maybe I don't have to go to school. I was working all kinds of stuff out when I first sprained my finger. But now if I sprain my finger, I know what to do. So since I've been in this position, in this hole so many times before, and God has always gotten me through it, I decided I've got to start the process today. Here are some things. Now I'm going to get to the big one last. But here are some things that you can do immediately to start pulling yourself up. And one of the things I do is I remember the plan. I just sit down and consciously remember the plan. Sit down and I consciously think about the goals I've set. I go over them. See, I've got mine down on the iPad, so I can pull them out anywhere I am and pull them up. And I've got 2 lists that I've made. I've got a list of things that I know I can accomplish if I just keep working hard. And if couple of things just fall into place that I can see, then I got a list of things that I'm planning on accomplishing. And then I have a second list. And the heading of this list is called Only God Can Help Me Now. And on this list is things that I'm aspiring for or things that I'm hoping to, that in order for them to happen, I absolutely have to have God's help. That's my favorite list. It's the list that I have of the things that I don't see no way it can happen. I'm just operating on faith and the hope that God hear me. And so sometimes, man, when I have this list of what only God can help me now, that list is stuff that I cannot see. I'm just operating on faith that God is so much bigger than me, that he's so much more capable than I am, that I can actually acquire some things in my life, as he's proven to me time and time again up to this point, that he's willing to do for me if I'm willing to just give him some of my life. That's the only way I can explain my existence today. I began the conversation with my wife. How do I write a book that becomes so wildly successful? That would be God. That's only God. Because if you can plan to sit down and write a wildly successful book, I'd have been done sat down and did it, and so would you. So that would be God. How it got purchased to become a movie when that was not my intent when I wrote the book at all. Again, that would be God right there. Has to be, because if I can't explain it and it is by no doing of my own, then who did it? So when I get down in days like this, I remember the goal. I remember the plan. I remember the journey. I think about of all the things God has brought me through. How did I even get to this point? Yeah, I might be having a little bummer of a day. Yeah, I was a little down yesterday. Yeah, my biorhythms is off, whatever they want to call it. Yeah, I'm just having one of those days. I feel a little bit heavy. I need a vacation real bad. I need some time off to just go and regenerate. But right now, man, I ain't got that. So guess what I do? I got to start remembering the plan. I got to start remembering the goals. I got to start thinking about all the things that God has done for me and how he's brought me this far and the blessings that I have instead of what I don't have. And that's what I'm in the process of doing this morning. And on the commercial breaks, I'm going to pull out my iPad and I'm going to go over my 2 lists. And I'm going to read my little list of what I think I can accomplish. And I'm going to really read that Only God Can Help Me Now list, because that's the list that's big. That's the part where I've been telling y'all. I said, quit telling God how big your problems are and start telling your problems how big your God is. See, and that's what I got to sit down and do this morning. And then sometimes, man, you got to stay still. That's the other part. You got to stay still. You got to quit moving for a second, because sometimes it feel like you're running on a treadmill and you really ain't. You're going somewhere, but it feel like you're running on a treadmill. Well, when you get that feeling, sometimes you got to stay still. And then when you stay still, sometimes you got to fight to stay positive. Sometimes you got to fight not to let the devil win. You're in a fight. Remember, I told you this now. You're in a fight now. So he trying to get you to get on that positive train so he can get you off the faith train, so God's delivery package that's coming to you built on your faith, that he can shake your faith and get you to thinking negative, and then he wins, see? So when you start feeling negative, just know that that's the other force trying to throw you off track. And when you get through with all that, here's the key, the big one. You want me to tell it to you? You got to pray, man. You got to pray. You got to take it to God. You got to say, hey, God, look, I'm having one of these days. I need your help. I got business to take care of. You got blessings in front of me. You got stuff you done shipped to me. You got blessings and packages that's on the way. I need to be sitting on Faith Street so I can receive the delivery when it get there. What I don't want to do is be on Doubted Way or lack of understanding Parkway or Pity Parkway or some street like that, and the package keep going by. I need to be standing and sitting on Faith Street, so when you drop that package down to me, I can go on and get it. You feel me? You got to pray. You got to stay still. You got to fight to stay positive. You got to remember the plan. You got to go over the goals. Come on, man. God done brought you too far. Come on, pick yourself up today. I'm talking to Steve Harvey this morning. I hope y'all didn't mind.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies, gentlemen, everybody, today is Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. I'm back. I'm refreshed. I'm open. I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Yay!
Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning, Steve. Welcome back again.
Carla Farrell.
It's hump day. What's up, crew? Hey, Steve.
One and only junior boy.
Morning, Unc. My road dog back.
Yeah. Tommy Tom.
You got me humping day
And night. Oh, baby.
Hump day.
Big doggy dog, it's Wednesday, baby. Let's get it.
Put your hump in the back. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
man.
so what's going on, y'all? Everything good?
Well,
Are you? Yeah.
Y'all
well,
ain't asked me nothing. And y'all ain't invite pimping back. Man, you know what I heard, though?
What? Say it.
What?
Steve.
I probably shouldn't even say this.
You
well,
probably
did
should.
you
If
hear that the
filter-
pimping here?
No, I heard
Stop.
Sister Odell is upset because she been replaced by a pimp.
Ah, man, don't take that offensive. Hey, you tell Odell to call Eugene. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens. It happens, you
Man,
know.
that'd be funny to bring them back.
Gosh.
Tommy, that'd be funny, man.
Before the end of the year, before we get out of here for this year.
We ought to do a special reunion
The
show.
last day.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Not the reunion.
We ought to do a reunion show. You know how they do the housewives.
Right.
Bring everybody back. Dom.
Country Brothers.
Country Brothers ought to come back,
wow.
man. Odell, Pimpin', Roscoe, Def Jam,
Who is Dom? I forgot Dom.
Dirty.
D.O.M.
Oh, the D.O.
Dirty old man. You remember that?
Yeah.
But we got to have a white dude, though. You got to bring the white dude back.
Ralph.
Ralph. Oh,
Ralph.
Ralph.
Yes.
What about the African guy?
Mumambo.
Yeah, Mumambo.
Yeah, Mumambo.
Oh, I forgot about Mumambo.
Yeah.
Ain't none
Okay,
of these characters politically correct.
None at all.
Yeah, if we
None.
want
None
to
of
keep
them.
working here, I think you're right.
And Carl ain't gonna like this, but Momo and Tomalai?
Boy,
Yes.
What?
Oh,
slave theater.
What?
I remember that. No.
Two of the greatest slave actors of all time.
Let's save that for when we get ready to leave permanently. How about that?
Forever.
Yeah, we're never coming back.
Oh, that show right there.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna want to be at that show.
For sure.
I'll probably say goodbye for 3 days.
Yeah. Then leave it for who got next.
Yeah, like we did
Who got
when
next? That's
you
it.
left L.A. That was a week-long goodbye
When you
show.
left, when we left.
Yeah, when we left, yeah.
We act like he left and we was still
I
there with a
know.
job. What did you talking about?
You're right about that.
Oh, man.
All right, Steve, listen, we'll talk about it when we come back, but some sad news out of Mississippi.
Dang it.
Well,
Yeah.
You ain't got to settle. He lost. We know.
Yeah. So coming up at 32 after, the state of Mississippi voters have a new senator, and it's not who you think, right after this.
Racist.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, the Mississippi special election was yesterday. Democrat Mike Espy against his opponent, Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith. Espy supporters wanted Mississippi voters to turn out like Alabama voters did for Democratic Senator Doug Jones beating Roy Moore. We all remember that. Well, the president held a couple of election eve rallies to promote that Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith as a truly incredible leader and asked regarding Democrat Mike Espy, which I thought was crazy, when he said, how does he fit in with Mississippi? Excuse me.
How you ask that question?
Isn't he a native son?
What? He's from there.
Yeah, he's a native
he
son.
fit in.
Exactly.
About the
Yeah.
same
How you
way you
fit
fit
in
in
trying
up
to
there at
have
the
a-
White House.
Exactly.
Exactly.
At least Mike Espy has tons of political
That's
experience.
been the hard fit.
On the national level, local level, state level, yes. So, Steve, this runoff election was about race, and new elect Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, her remarks about endorsing public hangings and lynchings. I mean, seriously, what is this world coming to, this country? What is going on?
Well, you know, this rhetoric comes from the top, and it's been made to be okay, to verbalize anything that you want to say, whether it's politically correct, whether it's separating, whether it causes pain, whether it's bigoted, racist, it doesn't matter. It's been made to seem okay. They relate to that. Well, he said it. Now, if the president can get away with saying the stuff he's gotten away with, why not?
Right.
Let me try.
So you expect Hillbilly Hank to restrain his tongue when the president of the United States, number 45, does not at all?
Hillbilly Hank, yeah.
No. It starts a wave, though. It starts a whole wave.
The red wave.
And that's when it gets bad.
Hey, man.
Everybody joins in. Everybody's saying what
Now,
they want to say.
Trump was talking in Mississippi the other night. Did you see the black dude with the ponytail? He was there, too.
Again.
Dog, he's
Again?
at all the rallies. He's every last one.
gotta
Arizona.
They got to pay him.
No, they flying him around. The black dude
When
with
we
the
gon-
ponytail.
But when we going to whoop his ass?
You know, man, I was just thinking that.
Come
Tom.
on, you guys can't do
No, for
that.
real. No, for
I'm
real,
sorry.
dog.
I got to say it.
For real, dog. I mean, I just want to like pull him to the side
know
in
we're
a
upset,
group of
but-
brothers and just go, hey, man, really? Come on.
Well, when y'all finish, I'm going to come by and clip that damn ponytail. It's 2018.
You on a mission, Junior?
You know, it's still all right for a good ass whooping. It's still all right for that, isn't it?
I mean, he's pathetic, though, man. I mean, look, man.
It's just
Okay,
sad.
cool. Let's say you're a Trump supporter. I got it. But to be used like that, we're going to put you front and center as our obviously token black.
Wow.
And we're going to make you the face of black people. Blacks for Trump. Take the S off.
The black.
One
And
black.
Just put a black for Trump.
Really? It's just.
It's, I mean, what can you say? What can you say? We got to get out and vote. We've been saying that forever and ever and ever. I mean, it's real. Our vote matters. You can't.
I think we did get out and vote, though.
I do
And I
too.
think
man.
also,
Well,
too, with
not in
SB,
Mississippi.
It
Well,
couldn't
okay.
have just been the black people that voted for him. He had to have white people to vote
Yeah.
for him, too, to win.
All people, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Carla,
he
when
needed
they,
more than just a black
Well,
vote.
you know, that's with any election today.
Yeah, exactly,
yeah,
Steve.
and
Right.
when the reporters were out asking, they asked the black people and they asked the white people who were they going to vote for. It was down the line by race. All the white people said they were going to vote for Cindy Hyde-Smith, and the black people that were there, that were in line, the few that I saw that were in line, said SB. It was definitely down racial lines.
So is it
Yeah.
just numbers? Is that what it is? You know what I mean?
well-
It's just more of them than it is black people? Is that what it is? It's
Well,
just
they
That's why I
are
numbers?
the
said he can't
majority.
just win
Yeah.
from black people. He has
Yeah.
to have other races that
Right.
have to vote for him.
Exactly.
And then, like Steve said, that's all the elections,
But
actually.
it doesn't.
But it can't just be black people that are outraged by what she said.
Right, I was just going to say that. You're absolutely right. Does not it matter
No.
that she said that
No,
she
it
would?
doesn't.
Obviously.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter when the president said he'd grab women by the peak.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what he said about the wall. It don't matter what he said about the immigrants.
That's-
It didn't matter that he took babies from their mothers. It doesn't matter what he said about the Native American woman he referred to as Pocahontas.
yeah.
It didn't matter that he made fun of disabled people by mimicking the way they talk and gesture their hand with this dude, man. It has not mattered.
It's a
Gold
sad
Star
state of
family.
affairs,
Yeah.
Steve. Yeah, that's a sad
Yeah.
state of affairs.
I'm
It is.
just really like, what I'm doing at this point, y'all, to be honest with you, is I'm really focusing on myself
Yeah.
and positioning me and my family to be able to cope with whatever comes down from Pennsylvania Avenue, because it's coming down. It's a lot of sugar honey iced tea up on the walls right now, and it's
Come on.
dripping,
It's
and it's dripping.
Yes.
It stank, and it's coming down the wall. And those of us that ain't at the top,
Wow.
you need to get ready to either wipe the wall off or get your ass out the way of the drip stain that's coming your way. And that's what I'm spending my time doing, just getting my family in a position to get out the way. Now, before you say, well, Steve, you got the money to do that, you can position yourself with however you are to be as least affected by the rhetoric coming out of the White House as possible. Because you have a say in that now. Martin Luther King said, a man can't ride your back unless you bend over.
Come on.
It's very sad, though, that
It
you
is.
can say you endorse public lynchings and become a senator.
Man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
sad.
such a sad
That's
state of
very sad.
affairs. It is. And you
when
don't
you can
care
say
about
the tear
that.
gases, when you can say the tear gas is okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
as a president.
We use the less dangerous.
Yeah, it's a
tear
less
gas.
dangerous
The less
form.
dangerous tear
Yeah.
gas. It's okay.
Yeah. It's something is just not right about that. All right, coming up next, the nephew is here. We're going to change it up a little bit. With the prank phone call, he's going to run it back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, Ava DuVernay has signed a big multi-platinum TV deal.
Hey, baby. Hey, boo boo.
That's your boo-boo?
Yeah, hey, boo boo.
Call me.
We'll talk about that in just a few. Right now, the nephew is here to run that prank back. What you got, Neff?
My daddy's boat. That's my daddy boat.
Are you angry?
My daddy gave me that boat before he died. That's my daddy boat. My daddy boat. Here it is.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Mr. Wilson, please.
This is he.
Mr. Wilson, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. Who's this?
My name is Williams.
Oh, how may I help you?
Well, listen, we've been getting a few complaints, sir, about some things on your property there.
All right, well, who you with?
Actually, I'm with the Homeowners Association. Wanted to reach out and give you a call today.
Oh, well, how you doing?
Pretty good. Listen, got a few things I kind of want to discuss with you here that seem to be a problem that's taking place in the neighborhood there. It's been brought to our attention down here at headquarters that you have a few things on your property that are not functioning that really shouldn't be on the property. You have 2 cars supposedly in your driveway that are not being used, been sitting there for quite some time.
Yeah, one of them I'm currently working on. I should have it repaired. I'm just waiting to get a little extra money to get it taken care of. But the other car is just functioning. I just don't drive it. I have more than one car.
Okay. Now you also have a camper that seems to be has been there for at least 8 months now. That's sitting there. Is that correct as well?
Yeah. I'm working on getting some storage for that, but it ain't really been there 8 months. Just maybe around about 6, 7. You're not 8 months. Not 8 months.
And I'm looking at our past records and stuff. It seems like there was a complaint before about the keeping the yard pretty cut and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm just looking at past complaints that I have here. Now, the biggest one that I have that's concerning your property, sir, is supposedly in your backyard. Now, there's you have an old boat that's in your backyard?
Yeah, but I don't see that boat bothering nobody.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a sore eye for the people. I think you guys' backyards actually bump up against each other, and you guys have a chain link fence between the two of you all. And I think the boat must be just a sore eye for the family that's behind you all.
Well, I don't see myself getting rid of that boat, so I got a cover on it. Everybody else got a boat. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, okay. Here's what's actually happening, Mr. Wilson. What's going to take place is this. Now, we're going to give you a 14-day extension.
14 days.
14 days actually to move the car that is not functioning, the camper as well, and definitely the boat. We're going to need those 3 items.
Look here, sir, I ain't got nowhere to move the boat. I just told you I was working on somewhere for storage. You know how much storage costs? Now the camper, I get that taken care of. But the boat, my daddy gave me, and my daddy gave me that. That's the only thing my daddy gave me before he died. Now I'm not moving that boat nowhere. The boat works just fine. If I take it down there to the water, it'll work.
Sir, and I understand it wholeheartedly. You know, I'm just a messenger. I'm gonna have to get the non-functioning car that's not working properly. I'm gonna have to get that out within the 2-week notice, as well as the camper, and definitely the boat. Now I got to get that out. It's got to be gone.
I'll tell you what, I ain't moving thing. I'll tell you now what you gonna do?
Sir, you're going to either move the boat or I'm going to have somebody come over and haul all of these things away.
Well, I tell you what, I got 13 reasons why you won't come over and touch that boat, and I got 2 more. Well, 2 times 13 is 26. I got 13, and then I got another 26 added on to that why you won't bring damn over here to touch my daddy's boat, because my daddy gave me that boat. I'll be damned if any of you, I'm tired of you with me. It's that cross street, ain't it? Who reported me?
Sir, I'm not at liberty to give you the name who's reported.
Call my phone, so you're at liberty to give me something, because I know that down the street had this boat in 8 months, and ain't nobody said a thing to him. So why the hell y'all me about having a boat in the backyard that my daddy gave me?
Sir, the language is not necessary. Sir, the bottom line is I want the camper out, I want the boat out, and I want the car that's not functioning moved within 2 weeks or I'm towing it out.
I tell you what, I give you a personal invitation to come over here with the boat, the camper, and the car. And I will beat your like that's what I'm going to beat you.
Sir, wow. I'm going to allow 1 car to stay. I just want to make sure that you know that I've given you the statement over the phone, letting you know that what has taken place here.
And the statement is well taken, but I ain't moving my daddy's boat.
You're going to move your dad's stinking boat if...
Bring your I told you bring well, don't bring the law, but you bring somebody.
Sir, trust me, if we come there, we're definitely going to be bringing authorities with us.
Well, I might well go to jail because I love my daddy. Ain't now one of you going to touch my daddy's boat. That's the only thing he left me.
I got one more thing I need to say to you, sir, about this situation. Excuse me?
What you got to say?
All I have to say is this. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your brother.
That boy that got, man, y'all got my blood pressure up so I got to pull up and take my blood pressure medicine.
All right, man. What your brother told me, he said, man, he be going at it with the homeowner association. He said, man, just call him and tell him he got to move all this stuff. He said, but most of all, tell him y'all gonna haul off that boat. He said, he'll kill you behind that doggone boat.
Yeah, man, that's my daddy's boat, but I love that boat, man. They know that. They know that. You know what button to push.
I got one more question for you, though, baby. Tell me this. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
There it is. My daddy boat. Something about a man in his boat.
Yeah. Prank phone call.
Tommy, let me ask you a question, Tommy.
Sure.
What day do a good ass woman work for you? Is it Sundays? Is it Thursdays?
You want to schedule it?
You know what, Junior?
Which day
If
do
you
it
really
work
want to
best?
catch me slipping, it's probably gonna be like Monday evening. That's when my guards are down. Monday.
Oh, okay.
I thought so.
Monday you can catch me. Right before Monday Night Football, you can catch me. Other than that, I'm on prank phone call ass whooping alert.
You just want to tell people
Okay.
that, though?
All right.
That you're vulnerable on Monday nights?
That's cool.
Well, I'm always at the house. You ain't gonna catch me out. Sure.
Okay.
You ain't gonna catch me out. That's. But I'm good. I'm good. Let me tell all of y'all something. The day somebody try to jump on me about these pranks, if any one of y'all with me and ain't swinging with me, you can rest assured our relationship is over.
In my
Well,
red
it's gonna be over. Ain't nobody fighting for you.
in my
with
red
these
bottoms?
pranks.
Sign me up first. Swear to God,
These pranks have brought great joy to this show.
Right.
You
Yes, they
cannot
have.
sit and act like you ain't going to fight with me with these pranks.
Well, Tommy,
Please,
I'll fight with you because we family, but I'm going to let you taste 2 of them.
Oh, goodness.
You gonna have to get the taste out your mouth.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Two good punches could actually knock a brother out.
Yeah.
We've seen one on social
You
media.
don't,
So what
you don't
what
think
is
you got
saying?
that coming? You don't see no reason that should happen over all the years of pranks?
Well, you my uncle though. After you see somebody swinging towards me, you ought to at least be trying to stop that.
No, I got to let you taste a couple of them because you.
Oh, goodness.
All right, we got to get out of here, guys. Up next, entertainment news. Ava DuVernay just signed a big TV contract with Warner Brothers. Whew, girl power. We'll be right back.
I'm pregnant.
The queen sugar lady.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, before we get to today's entertainment news, Carla has a special announcement of her own. What you got, Carla?
Well, let me just say this, y'all. Happy birthday to
pregnant?
my husband, Tosh. It's his birthday today. Happy
thought you was
birthday
pregnant.
today. I love you.
she was pregnant.
You thought I was pregnant.
You didn't hear
I
her,
ain't know.
Carla?
I'm just asking.
I said,
No, I
I know
thought
she
you-
ain't heard this
Oh,
right
no,
here.
she didn't hear him.
But she ain't
didn't
cussed
hear
him out
Oh,
yet.
no.
Pregnant? Boy, didn't you I just celebrated my 50th last month. Oh, no, baby.
It's
Yeah, I'm
possible,
finna-
okay?
It's possible.
Janet
but,
Jackson. Janet Jackson.
I mean, I do have baby fever, but I'm not going to have a baby. Once again, happy birthday to my man.
Happy birthday, Tosh.
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 What's up,
One of my
man?
grandbabies had a fever. Yeah, I didn't stick around for that.
Stupid.
You ran.
All right, thank you,
I do want
Carla.
another baby.
Yeah.
I do.
You want another baby?
You've been saying that for a while.
You better
At
go down there
least
and get
10
you a
years.
doll
Since I've
or
known
something.
you.
Yeah. Oh, like my mom used to say, you better get you another puppy or dog. Something like
Okay.
that.
Get you some goldfish. You better get
So
something.
I'm going to get you a pet or something.
All right, in today's entertainment news, according to Essence.com, guys, it is time to put even more respect on Ava DuVernay's name. Miss DuVernay signed a multi-year, multi-genre overall deal with Warner Brothers. It is worth upwards of are you ready for this one? 100. Are you ready for this? $1 million.
Go on, Ava DuVernay.
Ava, I'm just going to tell you, I'm a cancer. I like long walks. That way when we get together, she'll already know about me.
I'm a Taurus.
We ain't got to do no research.
Who
I got a
is that?
bullish attitude, but
She
I'm
made
cool.
Selma, the movie Selma. She's on the OWN network.
Oh,
with
you talking about the
Oprah.
producer?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Queen Sugar.
Queen Sugar.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, she's a bad girl. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the collaboration will reportedly allow DuVernay to create everything from comedy and drama series to documentaries and digital content for broadcast, for cable, and for streaming services. DuVernay, and she's not the only one, though. There's more. She's not the only
Okay.
black creator. What, Tommy?
No, that's it. I'm finna put this comedy thing together and call Miss Ava DuVernay and say, hey, listen, I'm Nephew Tommy from Steve Harvey Morning Show. Me and my uncle have a project that I want to pitch to you. And Steve is, he want to be the executive producer.
You
with
and your uncle don't have no project.
Sad part.
Well, we know
this
that,
what I'm
Steve.
telling you.
No,
Yeah.
I would want to try to do something.
Uh-huh.
It ain't gonna happen. No, you ain't got to worry. But by the time me and Ava get together, I'm head of production. So I'm damn sure gonna head it down.
You going to be Mr. DuVernay?
You had a what?
I'm head of
Junior
production.
DuVernay.
Yeah, creative, all creative properties go through me. I'm damn sure gonna turn it down.
So she don't get Junior last name. Junior
No,
get
I
her
take
last name.
her.
He
Honey,
doesn't
me.
care.
Care
he
what
don't
you
care.
call me.
He'll drop spades so fast.
Man, act like I never knew them people.
All right, so let me tell you who else is balling in this TV game. Power TV show creator Courtney Kemp, from Power. She signed. She's powerful and she does power. Signed a multi-year partnership with Lionsgate. While Blackish TV show creator Kenya Barris and mega producer Shonda Rhimes both negotiated huge deals with streaming giant Netflix. All right.
Shonda Rhimes is a beast. You hear me?
Yes. And before we get out of here, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, Steven Hillenburg, passed away on Monday. Yeah, he was He was battling ALS. And we'll be back. Steve, please introduce Miss Ann right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Okay, you heard about it a little bit this morning from the crew. Voters in Mississippi have voted to send a white woman who said she'd attend a public hanging if a certain supporter asked her to the U.S. Senate. She won the vote. Cindy Hyde-Smith was appointed to fill out the remainder of the Senate term of Thad Cochran, who resigned because of illness. She won a runoff yesterday against former U.S. Agricultural Secretary Mike Espy, who is black. Meanwhile, cops in Alabama are offering their sympathy, but not much else at this point, to the family of the innocent young black man who was shot and killed at a suburban Birmingham shopping mall on Thanksgiving night. 2 people have been shot. The cop who shot and killed Amantic Bradford Jr. is on paid leave after being initially hailed as a hero until it was discovered that Mr. Bradford was not the gunman and that, in fact, the gunman was still at large. Mr. Bradford's father is a former longtime employee of the Birmingham Police Department. He says his son had a concealed weapon permit and that his family wants to see the cop's body cam video now. Authorities say there's some new information on the mass shooting early this month at a bar in Thousand Oaks, California. 13 people died in that one, you may remember, including the gunman, identified as a former Marine who took his own life. However, Ventura County Sheriff Billy Arp says that while they know that the shooter, 28-year-old David Long, fired more than 50 rounds during the attack, he says the question of why he did all this still remains.
As to the motive of the suspect, we are no closer to determining that today than we were at the onset of the incident. Investigators are analyzing information from the suspect's family, friends, and witnesses, as well as evidence collected from his home and from the bar.
The G20 summit begins today in Buenos Aires. President Trump already saying that he's going to most likely move ahead with his formally announced plans to slap more tariffs on Chinese goods. In fact, the president tells the Wall Street Journal that he expects to raise levies on $200 billion in Chinese imports to 25%. Now, he's not leaning, he says, towards granting Beijing's request to delay the imposition of those tariffs either. Trump's additional tariffs could result in consumers having to shell out more for things like laptops and Apple iPhones because of all the tariffs and all the parts that that machinery entails. Dictionary.com says the 2018 word of the year is misinformation. Misinformation defined by Dictionary.com as false information that is spread regardless of whether there is intent to mislead anybody. The folks at the website say they selected the word misinformation as a call to action against the fake news, which they say has been driving Americans' choices, their behaviors, and their actions. Dictionary.com says the word of the year again, misinformation. Finally, today is National Letter Writing Day, so
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter.
This is an Ann Tripp with the news. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jada Pinkett-Smith, Jada's mother, Adrienne Banfield-Jones, who's been divorced 3 times, and singer Toni Braxton, they were candidly discussing divorce in the latest episode of Jada's Red Table Talk. Toni revealed that she and her ex-husband, singer Kerry Lewis, you remember him from the group Mint Condition.
Yeah.
They split over money issues stemming from her lupus diagnosis, which forced her to cancel shows. Now take a listen as Toni talks about how she felt about that divorce.
I hated being divorced. I hated everything about it. I hated having to surrender to the loss. Right. Everyone said, you're at the acceptance stage. I'm like, no, I feel like I lost. I'm waving the white flag.
Yeah. She said she hated paying spousal support as well. She hated that.
Divorce is heavy.
It is, Steve. We've both been divorced. So what advice?
The hell you bringing me in this for?
What advice?
I ain't doing that, y'all.
What advice can we give people?
What's the best way to do a divorce, Steve?
That's not it, Tommy.
You know, if you could not do it, that's probably the optimum way to handle it. Because they wrote that song, "It's cheaper to keep her." They ain't never lied. It's just it's hard to keep somebody that don't want you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hard
That's
to
true.
keep somebody that don't want you.
They're already gone.
And somebody sent me a text one time that said, "Life is too short to wait on somebody to act right."
Wow. I like that.
And so divorce is tough, man, especially if it's kids involved.
Yes.
That's when it's really tough. I really can't advise nobody nothing.
That's best advice, so try not to.
I tell you what, I was describing my divorce the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I had climbed over a 400-foot prison wall and fell from the top.
Wow.
And I was laying there waiting on the guards and the dogs to come take me back in.
Woo, Lord.
And it took me a minute to get up on my feet and start running.
Wow.
It was like I was free.
Mm-hmm.
It was like being institutionalized. I was free, and I didn't know how to be free. I felt institutionalized. I kid you not.
Was it a Game of Thrones wall? Was it that tall?
Yeah, like the wall,
right there, yeah.
the north.
The wall.
Yeah, the wall.
You're gonna be sent to the wall, to the north.
Ooh, you can't ever get over
Jon
that
Snow,
wall.
the north.
Yes. Game of Thrones back in April of next year.
Yes.
Wow. All right, well, listen, we're going to move on. Coming up at 34 after the hour, 'tis the season for getting it on. That's right. I'm talking about
Ooh, I hope she listening. God.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
'Tis the season, guys, for getting it on. A new survey found that 50% of Americans say they're a little, friskier, freakier during the holidays. And about 70% of respondents reveal that they typically get busy on Christmas Day.
Hell yeah, if you
Didn't
opened that
I
box
ask-
out and bought your ass. Up in here, better be some frisky up in here. Some frisk and K.
You better not open that box and go downstairs. Huh?
No.
Tommy, this story is tailor-made for you because you just talked about
you
this
talked
when
about
you were
that.
out.
we
Monday.
talked about it Monday. I
When
was
you were
letting y'all
out,
know.
Steve.
I said, you know what? Am I wrong to want to do it while our company is there and we having Thanksgiving? Let's speed it up to Christmas. If we opening gifts and enjoying Christmas, if we slip away for 30 minutes, is that all right? I mean, it's my house, ain't it? Can I do that?
Yeah,
Well, are you asking
your
us
house.
permission? It's your
I'm just asking y'all to just give me confirmation so when I ask her to meet me back here, it's okay.
She gonna look at you
that-
crazy.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
just-
think the confirmation you need has to come from us.
Right. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
You don't need
I can root for you
permission
all
from
day,
us.
dog.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me do this. Let me just speak for every man. Ladies, if you listening, y'all married. When your man, when it's 11:30, 12, and he cut your arm and y'all both in the bed, that's a sign, baby. That's a sign. Don't hit me or pull away from me. That hurts my
Is that
feelings.
what's happening at your house?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that's happening at the chateau. That's happening all over the world. Listen, when we just touch your arm or your side, guess what? We gauge in the temperature. But it's bad when you slap somebody's hand back. That's
Yeah.
I'm,
We're
maybe
not
I'm the
really
only
actually trying to just cuddle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all got people live with y'all.
You all don't like to cuddle?
That's good.
Ain't no rubbing on you because we trying to cuddle.
You ain't taking
I know
a
I
step
ain't the
further.
only one getting this slap back. I know I ain't the only one.
So it is happening at the chateau.
Now, if we lay our arm on you with just dead weight, we probably sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you getting rubbed on, yeah.
I have been accidentally hit in my nostril. I mean, really, I have, man. This is just, really? I thought I was the breadwinner around here, man.
You are.
Huh?
Can you help my situation then, Tom?
What's your situation?
Like when I buy the gift, and you come by and pick it up, that don't mean get right back in the car.
Oh, wow.
That do not mean that. I
Yeah,
got you exactly what you asked for. I got the receipt.
That's
That don't mean kiss me on the cheek and walk your ass back out the door. And I hear the engine starting.
Thank you.
And drive off.
How did you know?
Yeah.
For me, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Aw,
I got these silk pajamas I bought for Christmas morning.
that's so sweet.
You ain't even looked at them.
No.
Oh, Junior,
I just
thank
wanna-
you.
Yeah.
Junior, you know it might be time for you to come on in, dog.
Yeah, dog. I might have
Get
to.
marked.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on in and what? What's
It might be
Get
time for
married,
him
man.
to just
Fine.
come on out the
Get
married,
field.
man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Old horses don't look good in the field.
No, I ain't out in the field. I'm working.
They don't graze the same.
You know, she just got to come on around.
Oh, okay. You ready, Jay? All right. Well, listen.
Oh, you got one? She need to come on around.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one particular?
Yeah. But just getting in the car on Christmas Day, that got to stop.
How long has that been going on, Junior?
About 4 years.
4 Christmases.
I'll be back. I got to go by my mama house.
Now I'm sitting up here eating turkey with
I got to make my rounds. You know, you got to do
I got to make my rounds.
So she just takes the gift and leaves you? She doesn't say, I'm coming back or anything?
Nah.
Or you don't go, why don't you just go with her?
I was in silk pajamas, Shirley.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad I don't make holiday rounds no more.
Oh, man.
I'm so glad of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't stand that.
Yeah.
Why?
We go. I just don't.
I like being at the house, at home. Yeah.
You like being
I'm just
at home.
cool at home, man.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right, well, listen, coming up next, thank you guys. Coming up next, Nephew Tommy's prank phone call. That's right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, right about 4 minutes after, I got today's Strawberry Letter for you. The subject, I can't call her husband daddy.
Okay.
Right now, Nephew Tommy is here with the prank phone call. What you got, Neff? Come on.
Shirley, y'all have heard it a many days.
What's that?
3-minute remarks. Where have you heard that at?
At the funeral.
Yeah, funeral.
Run this prank. Run it. Run it.
Hello?
Yes, I'm trying to reach a brother Keith, please.
Yeah, this is Keith.
Keith, how you doing? This is Lawrence over at Hill Funeral Home.
Okay.
We are the ones that have the doing the funeral for Sister Dolores. That is your aunt. Am I understanding right?
Yeah, that's my auntie.
Okay, and as you know, the funeral is this coming Thursday.
Yes, I'll be there Thursday.
I'm giving you a call because it's been brought to my attention that you were going to be giving remarks for the funeral. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I wanted to call you because we're getting ready to print the programs for the funeral and let you know that they have taken you off for the remarks because they say that you're not going to be...
Hold on. What do you mean taking me off?
Well, what I'm saying is they say that you're not going to abide by the 2-3 minute rule that they have for remarks, and they've taken you off. And
who is they? Who? Hold on, come out. Who? What's the name again?
Lawrence. I'm Lawrence. I'm the actual funeral director.
Lawrence. And who told you to take me off?
One of the family members, I'm assuming, is who made the adjustment.
And an adjustment? That ain't no adjustment. That's changing the whole program. Who else is on the list?
I mean, there's quite a few family members doing different things throughout the funeral.
Okay. So how did you get to my name is what I'm trying to figure out.
That they said listen to me, Brother Keith, listen to me. What they said is that you weren't going to abide by the time. You weren't going to do your remarks in 3 minutes or less.
Listen. My auntie raised me. She put me through college, and you think I'm finna go up there in her funeral and be under 2 minutes?
Well, listen, Brother Keith, listen to me. Normally, when we have these funerals, people who give remarks, we have them 3 minutes or less.
Okay. So I tell you what, Mr. Lawrence, who else on the list? Is Sheila on the list?
We have a Sheila. Yes, there's a Sheila that's singing.
Take her name off the list. Take her off the list and put me where she's supposed to be with my time and her time. Is Bobby Jr. on there too? I better not be on there.
Yes, Bobby Jr. is giving remarks.
What?
That's Dolores'. That's Miss Dolores' son, right?
Yes, her son, the one that been locked up. He just got out of jail truth be told, he the one down there put her in the coffin. You need to take him off the list too. Give me all that time, because I be if I ain't gonna take nothing at my auntie.
Brother Keith, let me just say this to you. I cannot take Sheila or Bobby Jr. off. I can't make any alterations to this program unless they say that I can. Sir,
what you mean? You already taking people's name off. You taking my name off.
But they orchestrated this though.
Who is they? Who is they? They finna have a mother problem. They try to take me off my auntie program. Who is they?
Sir, I'm not gonna get into a family matter, but until they say that you can be on.
Already in a family matter.
Sir, I'm not going. I don't want to have this turn out to be bad, and we want to have a great home going for Sister Dolores. Okay.
Damn right. And if I don't get to say nothing, I guarantee you, it's gonna be a 2-for-1 in there. Somebody else gonna get their in the coffin too. I guarantee you that. If I don't get to say nothing at my auntie funeral, my auntie didn't pay for my damn college. I didn't put $6,000 in the funeral. I tell you this, Mr. Lawrence. I bet you whether I'm on the program or not, I bet you I say what the I want to. I bet you that much. You tell they that. My auntie didn't put me through college. I didn't put money on the funeral. Call around and see who ain't putting no money on the funeral. Tell them they can't be on the program. Man.
Keith, when they decide who's on it, if they change the format, then I will call you back.
Who the is they? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Who is they?
Can I tell you something? And I don't want you to get too irate, okay?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I just want to say this, Keith Wilson. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked. You just got pranked by your cousin Bobby Jr.
You bull. I'm Bobby Jr. up. I promise you that. I'm kicking Bobby. I know that. I mean, my blood pressure is all up. I ain't got time to be playing, man. Taking me on the damn program. I'm kicking Bobby ass. I know that.
Oh, Bobby said y'all grew up like brothers, man, and you was basically another son of Mr. Dolores. That's right?
Yes, I was, man. Oh my goodness.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Anybody ever been there? Seen it?
Who is they?
I'm just saying. Just
who is they?
Yes.
That's all he kept saying. That's all he kept saying. Who is they? You keep saying they. Who is they?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, dog, is they say that you're not going to abide by the 3 minutes, and they done took you off the program. Who is they? Is what I'm
blank
asking.
is they?
Man. That'd be serious business at that funeral, though. That's serious.
Man, the funeral is no joke.
Yeah, they go over every day.
Yeah.
Only why
Funeral
they say
is
that.
no joke.
And 3 minutes is long.
You know.
Because we talk every day, so we look at clocks and
Exactly.
We know the time.
So,
Yeah.
so to talk for 3 minutes, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
But they don't know that.
Yeah. Have you been at the funeral when they had to cut the line off? The line was so long.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Man, one of the funeral I went to, pastor said, you see all these people that's standing, they came on up there to the mic. He said, now, that's it.
Yeah.
If the spirit moves you to come up here, it's too late.
Too late for you and your spirit.
Yeah. Until they get to person number 4, then you all of a sudden jump up and run up here. It's too late.
Right. And
You
all
know,
of those,
Robert and I.
Yeah, all of those stories aren't good. They aren't.
That's right, Shirley.
All right, let me put it out there. Columbia, South Carolina. The nephew is coming to town at the Comedy House. That is this Thursday. That will be tomorrow night starting. And then I'm going all the way to Sunday. That's 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. And laying in the cut is Detroit, Michigan. That will be December the 8th. Lavelle Crawford is in the building. John Witherspoon is in the building. Earthquake is in the building. Dominique is in the building.
Nice.
And the one and only Rodman in the building. There it
Okay.
is.
Nice.
All right. See, I didn't cut you off.
At the Fox Theater. Thank you, Shirley.
That's a great show, though, right? That is a great show.
I like that lineup.
You got to coordinate, Shirley. You got to coordinate.
John Witherspoon, yes. All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up, the Strawberry Letter. Subject, I can't call her husband Daddy. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, now, guys, it is time for the Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationship, dating, work, or sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. And we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like this one, Tommy.
Ooh, I'm going to write my letter real soon. Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you. Subject, I can't call her husband Daddy. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 28-year-old female, and I have a 57-year-old male mentor that I work with. He has given me great advice and helped me through some obstacles in my life. This is the first man that has ever treated me with respect and did not try to sleep with me. He is like a father figure to me, and I call myself his play daughter. The only problem is his wife. He knew that I did not have... The only problem is his wife. He knew that I did not have any plans for Thanksgiving dinner, so he invited me to his home. He never talked much about his wife, but I figured she would be just as sweet as he is. I took a bottle of Moscato with me as a thank you for the dinner invitation. His wife greeted me, and she was polite, but not very talkative. She was finishing up dinner while my play dad and I had a glass of wine and watched the game in the den. I must have given off the wrong vibes because his wife seemed to get irritated with me quickly. It didn't help that I had on a crop top and leggings and they were dressed nicely. The next thing I knew, his wife stormed into the den and started going off. She started with, What is this play daughter mess? It went downhill from there. My play dad did not defend me. Instead, he fixed me a to-go plate and asked me to leave.
Yeah.
I was shocked and hurt, and I can't believe he let her go off on us like that. I think she owes me an apology. Now he's been distant at work, and I don't know what to say to him. I hope that we can still have a cool relationship. Steve and Shirley, how should I handle this? All right, now listen, I know you're young. You're only 28 years old. But really, though, the letter you wrote made you sound pretty innocent and sincere in the fact that you feel he's a play dad to you. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt for that. But you're going about this in the entire wrong way, okay? You don't go to another woman's house dressed like that. A crop top and leggings. I mean, it was dinner. Come on. Not just any dinner. This was Thanksgiving dinner. People usually dress up, if they invite you out. You look presentable. Haven't you heard the saying, first impressions are lasting and all of that? What was his wife supposed to think with you looking like that? I mean, as my mother would say, fanning around her husband. And then you go into the den with him to watch the game? Just the two of you? No. Well, why weren't you in the kitchen with her? At least trying to help her out. Why didn't you offer, even if she said no? You stay with her. And what she did is what a lot of wives would have done, quite frankly, in this situation. Because it just doesn't look right. You guys in the den watching the game while she owes you nothing. She doesn't owe you an apology. You're not going to get one. So stop looking for that. And you can believe he got an earful after you left about who are you, what's his play daughter mess. I bet you are playing with her. All of that, playing around, all of that. That's why he's been distant at work, okay? And he will probably stay that way if he knows what's good for him. So for your sake, I hope this was a lesson learned about, how to act around someone's wife, okay? Steve?
Okay. Shirley, everything you said is 100% correct. As a matter of fact, you told her the correct way to behave. You gave her some good advice, clothing-wise, where to sit. All right?
Come on.
Now let's just go and tell the truth.
Come on.
This old ass, out of shape woman, jealous, insecure.
I'm not going there.
You over here with these leggings on. She can't find no leggings. that she can wear that look like the ones you had on.
Really, Steve?
She can't find it. You done brought your ass over here on Thanksgiving. He like a father figure to you. He 57. She probably the same age. Little out of shape, ain't what she was. Mad about it. So now he invited you to his home. He ain't said nothing about his wife. Most men don't bring up crazy people.
At all.
Yeah, we don't go, man. This show enjoyed talking to you because this heifer I live with. They would never say that. But I figured she would be just as sweet as he was. I took a bottle of Moscato with me as a thank you for the dinner invitation. Now, let me explain something to you. Hood people ain't really up on Moscato.
Really?
You'd have had to take something else.
I can't believe you.
Morgan David, Manischewitz,
Morgan David.
Annie Greenspring.
Harvey's Bristol Creek.
Yeah, something like that.
Reuniting.
Yeah, some Harvey's Bristol Cream, cold duck. You had to take some Spaniata.
Oh, I heard that from Spaniata.
You'd have had to take something that's really hood relatable. Something where she would go, ooh.
Thank you.
Wine in a box.
Right.
But you know, you over there with your little uppity cute ass talking about some bottle of Moscato. Don't nobody in here drink mosquito.
Stupid.
We ain't never had no mosquito before.
Why she gotta be that though?
Where you get this from?
Where did you get her?
Gonna bring a bottle of mosquito with these tight ass pants on.
You're wrong.
Can't get a mosquito between them pants and your ass either. Thinking we just gonna sit up in here and drink this little cheap ass bottle of mosquito.
You know you're wrong.
Why don't you just bring some off with it?
Mosquito.
His wife greeted me, and she was polite but not very talkative. She was finishing up dinner while my play dad and I, see, now listen to me. Key word, she was finishing up dinner.
Yes.
Listen to me. She wasn't in there washing dishes. Her big ass was still at the table eating.
Steve.
Everybody else through. She in there finishing up dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she meant she was still cooking it. Yeah, she was still cooking it, Steve.
I thought that meant she was putting the
for
food
joke
away.
purposes. Yeah.
She was finishing up dinner with my play dad. I had a glass of wine and watched the game in the den. You don't watch the game after you eat.
That's true.
All right, hang on, Steve, all right? We'll come back with part 2, I think. At 23 after the hour, the subject is, I can't call her husband daddy, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. I can't call her husband
attitude
daddy.
is about nasty. This letter is about nasty attitude from a certain woman. And I'm just trying to draw attention to what I think this attitude is from. Young girl, still got it going on, stuff still sitting up. Older lady at the house, everything done failed. So don't get mad at me, because I'm in here giving you another angle. This is an angle of a strawberry letter that I'm doing. And my mama was a full-figured woman, so that ain't what this is about. I love my mama before I loved anybody. This is about this evil heifer right here.
Why she evil now?
She is evil. Because this lady thought that he was going to be sweet just like her play daddy. She ain't finna be your play mama, though. Sitting up in here, the only problem, his wife had invited y'all to Thanksgiving dinner. He did.
But wait,
because he ain't never talked about his wife because he's scared of her.
He living in fear.
Why would you bring that up?
Why is he afraid of his wife, Steve?
Because something wrong with her.
It ain't nothing wrong with her.
She been sliding off as the years go by.
She's only 57, Steve.
You've seen some 57-year-olds that look 80.
80?
You've done seen a lot of 57-year-olds look 70. I think that's the case. I took a bottle of Moscato over there. That's way too bougie for hood people.
Now they're hood.
Here she come in here with this bottle of Mosquito. It's Moscato.
Talk like that.
Damn it is Moscato. Ain't nobody bought you no damn bottle of Mosquito in here. Look, she thinking of all the wine she could have had. Annie Green Spring. Bottle of Coke. Could have bought a 40 of Mickey's Ale up in here. You can sit up here and bought this cheap Mosquito.
She don't know class.
His wife greeted me. She was polite but not very talkative. She was finishing up dinner while my play dad and I had a glass of wine and watched the game in the den. You know we don't watch the game till after we eat. And you done got a glass of wine in there watching the game. She in there finishing up dinner. She was sitting there at the table eating another plate. My husband Herman know I have 3 servings.
3 what?
3 servings. Now he done took your skinny ass in there watching the damn game.
What does she have on, Steve?
Leggings.
And a crop top. Yeah.
She the leggings and a crop top.
So her tummy, her belly was out.
She sitting up in there, got a house coat on from Walmart.
For Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, that you just slide over your head.
I can't stand
It's a one piece. Sometimes it's a tent.
Did she take them curlers out and didn't come with that?
No, she all right. She tried to look all right. Now you in there sitting up with your play dad, had a glass of wine, watching the game in the den.
And just the 2 of them.
But they in the den. They wasn't in the bedroom. They in the damn den.
Well,
then she said, I must have given off the wrong vibe. Them tight ass pants, you damn right you did. Sitting up in here with these leggings on.
Because they were dressed.
She's sitting over there with a pair of Dockers on, looking just like leggings.
Did you say Dockers? I ain't heard Dockers in years.
She said they were dressed nicely. She said I had on a crop top and leggings, and they were dressed nicely.
Okay.
It's right there in the letter.
Oh, no. Because his wife seemed to get irritated with me quickly. It didn't help that I had on a crop top and some leggings. They were dressed nicely. Next thing I know, she stormed into the den and going off. She said, what is this play daughter mess?
Yes, I'm not mad at her.
They're in the den
I don't
drinking
think
wine
she said mess,
together.
but go ahead.
She didn't.
What did she say,
And it went down. What is this play daughter sugar honey iced tea? Sugar honey iced tea. You ain't no damn play daughter. Sitting up in here with your old ass playing. It went downhill from there. Your play dad did not defend me. He can't. Can't take up for you in her house.
No. Sure can.
Tilda that came up in here raising hell.
What's her name?
Tilda.
Tilda.
As
That's
in
the wife.
Matilda.
That's wifey.
Oh, that's the wife.
Tilda came in here damn near. Then instead he fixed me a to-go plate and asked me to leave. Right there, I told you the food was finished. He done got some fall and made her a plate. And baby, you gonna have to go on, go now. I was shocked and hurt because she invited her to dinner.
Give her something to go.
Well, everybody take a to-go plate. Something to remember the date by. I was shocked and hurt and can't believe he let her go off on us like that.
On us.
Wait a minute, no, it was you. He can't stop it. What you cannot do is defend another woman to your wife.
Thank you.
No.
I think she owes me an apology. And where you think she gonna give you this apology at? Because you better not take your ass back over there. Because all this was a warning shot. You'd have sat there long enough. You'd have been on the news.
Yes.
You'd have been on the 10 o'clock news that night. This is a Houston letter right here.
This Houston, this H-Town.
Fifth Wall.
Right off in there.
Now he been distant at work. Told you he was scared of him. And I don't know what to say to him. You can't say nothing to him.
Nope.
I hope we can still have a cool relationship. That's over.
Nope.
Steve and Shirley, how should I handle this? Handle it like it's over. Yeah. Let me tell you, you better not take your ass back over there.
She already told you.
Right now.
Not in a crop top and leggings for sure.
You can go over there in a choir robe and get that same ass whooping.
And some Dockers.
Immediately.
Right now. Don't go back over there talking about she owe you an apology. She ain't finna apologize to you.
What?
I very rarely ever seen old black people apologize in their house.
Never.
My mama got mad at my daddy one time, said, Slick, tell her you sorry. I ain't telling her sugar honey iced tea. Sugar honey iced tea. She want to hear a apology, she can go and say it to a damn self. But I ain't finna say
All right,
sugar
look,
honey
we
iced
got to
tea.
get
I
out of
mean
here,
that
Steve.
like that.
Please.
I don't know how you ask me no sugar honey iced tea like that.
Please email us or Instagram us your thoughts on
You
today's
can
Strawberry
email
Letter.
the sugar honey iced tea if you want to.
At Steve Harvey FM. Coming up in 10 minutes, Ray J calls BS on Kim Kardashian's ecstasy claim. Uh-oh. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we go. Carla's here with the reality update early edition. What you got, Carla?
Okay, so listen to this. So Kim Kardashian, she claimed that she was high on ecstasy while filming her 2003 sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
It's, her claim is being
Hold
challenged.
on. Talking about the tape I got?
Challenged by her partner on the tape, Ray J.
Talking about the Ray J tape with
Yes.
her?
Yes.
Oh, I got that right here.
Well, listen to this. On
go ahead.
Sundays,
Let me
Keeping Up with the
let you-
Kardashians, Kim confessed to taking ecstasy twice. Once when she married, your guy, Damon Thomas, back in 2000. She was married very young. And then again
19,
while making the sex tape. Now, according to TMZ, Ray J is not buying it. He insists that Kim never used any hard drugs or alcohol and that she was fully aware of what she was doing and was 100% into it.
Yeah, she look coherent to me. Everybody look coherent to me. I've been watching.
Yeah, so now sources close to Kim said she's telling the truth and she has nothing to gain by making this story up. They also says that she's learned from these experiences to just say no to drugs. So, Ray J I guess he's just offended by the suggestion that Kim appeared, to be enjoying herself only because she was on ecstasy.
I watched tape 46
not because
times.
of him.
46
Right.
times I watched tape. I'm just trying to tell you. Everybody looked like they understood what was going on. I watched tape 46 times. I'm just
I
telling you.
wouldn't give a damn if you didn't understand.
Didn't you say you could tell she was on because her jaw was quivering or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She said her jaw was quivering.
that was Ray J.
Oh, no. My jaw quivered too.
Yeah, that was Ray J.
That's what Ray J said, Junior. He said that was me.
Yeah. Now,
let me explain something to you. My jaw quiver all the damn time. I done had a whole lot of stuff quiver.
Your jaw ain't the only thing that can quiver. You do
Dog,
know that.
the back of my heel quiver.
Your liver quivers.
So there you go. Ray J is calling her out on that. He's calling BS on that. That's according to TMZ. So
I've actually gone blind for a short period of time.
You lost your vision.
Oh, no, I didn't. Steve, I have lost my hearing, boy. What is you talking about? What is you talking about?
All right, listen.
I've been deaf for 24 hours before.
Dog, let me tell you something. I was hollering so loud I didn't even know I was hollering.
I've actually forgotten how to walk. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, let me hear Steve yell. Come on.
That was loud.
He's so stupid. That's enough. You always go too far.
He'll sound different.
More Kardashian news, guys.
Yeah,
Some more?
Yeah.
We got it now.
Kim Kardashian. All right, Steve, enough.
What is it now, Shirley? It's some more?
Well, are you going to do that through this entire story? All right, Kim Kardashian showed up.
He calling everybody. No, yeah, there you go, boy. Hey, get in there.
I've been in there struggling before.
All right, so as I was saying, more Kardashian news. Kim Kardashian showed off her hubby Kanye West's private 747 on her Instagram story. But, Steve, the fans were not happy about this. They were more concerned about their carbon footprint than the luxury jet, okay? This is according
Showed off his what?
Yeah, he has
747.
a private 747. Private 747.
Yeah.
According.
Steve?
What's that?
What's your number on yours, dog? What you got?
Kanye got a 747.
Yeah.
What you got, a 318i? What you got?
Trump got a 747.
That's the same thing Trump got.
Yeah, it's a plush double-decker Boeing 747. It can actually seat up to 660 people when it's used for a commercial flight. But for Kanye, all that space is for his double-bed suite, his marble bathroom, his lounge area, or as Kim said on the
That's
video.
a lot of Yeezys there, buddy.
That must have been chartered for one time only.
He owned that?
Girl.
No, I don't think so.
Well, what I heard was that Adidas gave it to him. That's what I heard.
And then I heard too, Shirley, they said that's unclear if they chartered the plane for them or not. So it's still,
we don't know. Yeah.
That's a big plane.
Yes, it is a 747. They have guest rooms, dining.
I know
area.
billionaires that don't have that plane.
Okay. So
okay. Well,
I can
Steve,
tell
Steve
you
is in that
flat
world.
out that I do not know. I know some African Americans with some planes, and they got some beautiful planes. Let me tell you something. Some folks out there, boy, with some stuff in the air that's really, really nice.
Let me tell you, the one person I know, yours, woo.
Well,
I think if you come up with an Adidas Steve Harvey suit, we'll be on our way. I really do.
Just say Adidas, see if they give us the plane.
I think Adidas will have us right, huh? Really, man?
Anyway, people are mad because of the amount of gas it takes to run the plane. They're saying it just seems unnecessary to them. All of this stuff. They just gave away $500,000 to wildlife fire reliefs, and then they're doing this. People don't like it. They don't like it. Yeah.
So they think it's for the grams.
They think it's
for
for
stunting purposes.
Where on the
Instead
gram
of
is
Yeezys,
this
we buy
picture?
Kim
some Steve.
Kardashian.
On her story?
Yeah.
I saw the plane.
Oh, I don't know how to find the stories.
You just hit the circle.
Yeah.
I know there wasn't no ecstasy. I know that. I know everybody was coherent when they was on that tape.
All right, well, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show while Steve checks it out right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. You shared with us a little bit about your trip to Abu Dhabi yesterday.
What would
He
you
didn't
like
give us
to ask?
all of it, though.
What would you like to ask, guys?
I think Tommy has the
I'm
question.
I
opening
want
up
to
my
know.
heart.
Yeah.
You'll open up your heart. I love it.
I want to know, I'm a foodie, so the best meal you had while you were over there.
The best meal I had in Abu Dhabi, to be perfectly honest with you, we ate at Zuma. Zuma is a restaurant that's pretty famous. I think there's one in Miami. Zuma in Miami. They're around the world. Zuma it's a Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
Sushi, a lot of sushi, everything. So that was really, really good. Zuma, we was there.
Okay.
And,
Sorry that I interrupted you, darling.
No, it's
Go
okay.
ahead.
It's okay.
I told you quit talking.
I don't know but a couple of
Shut
things.
up.
It's Umi. Umi, I've eaten at Umi before. Another excellent restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of
We
your
ate at
people
Zuma.
posted
That was pretty
it.
good. But my favorite restaurant was at the Emirates Palace, and I don't know it was a Chinese restaurant.
Maybe that was
Hakkasan, that's it. Hakkasan. Man, the best duck I've ever eaten. Hakkasan.
Really?
Okay, when you say the Emirates Palace, is this the actual palace?
No, that's the name of the hotel.
Okay, it's the hotel.
It's called the Emirates Palace. Okay. It's right across from the presidential palace where they have the meetings. It's not where there's no president.
Okay.
The ruler now. Yeah.
Should we, as a morning show, go over and have a week or two in Dubai?
No, because they have laws about on the radio, like it's certain languages and stuff, and you ain't gonna be able to do it.
What do you mean, Steve?
We got laws over here about the radio.
And
Okay,
nobody
You can't
pays any
say.
attention to
Well,
it.
it ain't
Well,
us
they
that's
pay
cussing.
attention
It's you the one that be cussing.
That's why you're not going.
Why can't we go?
Because I can't quit cussing.
So,
can't
you
do
and
that
I were
here.
there
You're gonna-
Kristen Day.
Man.
You're going to deprive us of a trip of going to
I cussed everybody
Abu
over there.
Dhabi.
Just wasn't on the air.
Oh, okay. Goodness. I know you.
You know, I let you have it.
In whatever country, though.
What that got to do with it? I know one thing. We might not speak the same language, but I bet you sugar honey iced tea translates.
Everywhere I've been, it works.
So
Well,
anyway,
maybe
keep
you
telling us about
guys
the trip.
shouldn't
Hakkasan was excellent. And
Okay.
Zuma.
Okay. Hakkasan
That was
is
a restaurant.
I ate at a Lebanese restaurant. I didn't care for it as much. I didn't think the food was as great. But I've had a Lebanese restaurant in Dubai that was outstanding.
Okay.
But the one I ate at in Abu Dhabi, I didn't care for that much. But I would probably prefer to live in Abu Dhabi as opposed to Dubai.
Why is
Because
that?
it's a
And why is
little
that?
quieter,
Okay.
but it's still so clean. It's just safe, man. There's no crime. And like I told the guy, the ambassador, I said, man, I can't remember waking up and not having to worry about any form of safety. I walked by myself a mile and a
Ain't that
half,
right?
2 miles around the compound.
Wow.
And I didn't have to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no crime. There's no looking over your shoulder, here comes somebody. It ain't none of that.
Didn't you tell us before about someone leaving their keys in the car or something?
Yeah, bruh, nobody gonna take nothing belong to you. It's the craziest thing. And it's just felt so incredible to be able to walk somewhere and not have to worry. And I'm never able to do that. I don't
Let me ask you
know
this,
why.
huh? Let me ask you, what do you, and people don't know this, so when you go to a place like this, what do you do for fun? What is fun to you?
I mean, for me, I have fun like I do anywhere else, like chilling. For me, fun is doing nothing. You know, I work so much.
But you're just chilling in another
Yeah.
country, though.
The sheer joy of sitting by the pool eating.
Yeah, with your
I
shoes
ain't
off.
on. Yeah, man. I was like ordering food and eating Arabic coffee. My favorite thing is Arabic coffee and dates.
There we go.
I
Okay.
love that, man. Arabic coffee and dates. You know, I got my cigars wherever I go. But, you know, and just feet up, man. Shorts every now and then. But just chilling, man, and just doing nothing. That's really fun to me, you know. I mean, you know, meeting people. I enjoy meeting people from other places that I can learn from. You know, people with position and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but where am I going to meet anybody else? You know what I mean? People talking about, well, you ain't got no regular friends. Yeah, I don't know nobody.
I'm not regular.
You know, I don't go nowhere. Everywhere I go, somebody over there, somebody.
My
You know what
last
I
regular
mean?
friend was 89.
Right.
That's all you got to say.
And so, you know, I get a little crazy when I tell people that and they think you're arrogant. I'm not arrogant at all. It's just the people that I'm around or at these places that I go to are people that are kind of important, whatever their job title is, and I can learn stuff from them about their culture, about their life. They ask questions about what I do. I learn from them. So it's just being able to sit around and just take a breather. It's like really fun to me.
So you could really live over there.
I could live in Botswana. I could live in Abu Dhabi. Very easily.
Best thing about Botswana.
Wow. See?
I'm curious about the
people.
cost of living over
People.
there.
People.
But I
The
love the
people
no
of Botswana.
crime.
Oh, no crime in Abu Dhabi. Ain't nobody doing it.
That's wonderful.
That
You
is.
ain't even got to worry. Don't even worry.
Ain't no games, none of that.
Bruh,
All right,
ain't nobody throwing nothing.
we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve, you were telling us about your experience, your travel in Botswana, in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai.
I think if I could suggest to people saving your money, it's if you have to go to Africa. Before you leave this world, you should go to Africa. You should go back to where you're from. It's a critical trip for black people. It's so important, man. I can't express it.
How does it change you? Why do you say it's a critical trip? What is
The
it
way
going
I
to do?
describe it is, it's like going back home to a place you've never been.
It's very familiar.
Every African I said that to said, oh, my God.
That's deep. It is.
Oh, my God. What must that be like? They don't have any homicides or shootings in Dubai.
Look at us.
I ain't mad
Really?
at that.
None.
And why is that, Steve? Why?
It's a Muslim country.
Probably.
Well, that's a big part of it. It's a Muslim country. You have to respect the culture. Women are expected to dress a certain way as to not create. I mean, like even at the mosque for prayer, they have a women's prayer room and a men's prayer room. And that's what it's like. And for black people, even though all of civilization started in Africa, that's a hard sell to some people. They don't know how to accept that. Mankind started in Africa. But for black people, you have to go. Go online, go to the websites, find the discount, get a ticket. You've got to go to Africa, man. It will change your life.
So let me ask you this. So me and my wife took a bunch of relatives to the Bahamas. And we said 2020 we want to take a bunch of relatives to Africa. But I know nothing about where to go. It's so huge. It's a continent that's so big.
It's a continent with over 50 countries in it.
Exactly. Where do I go? If I have 2 weeks to go, if I can go to Africa for 2 weeks, where do I go?
I mean, I'm not an expert at it, but of course, when you say Africa, people automatically think South Africa. But it's so much more to that, as I've had to learn, talking to Africans about the different countries, Nigeria, Senegal, the Congo,
Egypt is in Africa.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
it's just so much.
Morocco.
Man. Now, but you know, I would sit down with a travel agent and look at options. And make a decision for your family.
Okay.
But you have to go see South Africa, but then you need to go and see some other parts.
West
but it's
Africa,
so vast.
East Africa.
I mean, in your life, you can't see it all. That's how vast of a continent. Africa's a continent with over 50 some countries in it.
So it's people that's there that ain't seen it all.
I don't see how you could.
They probably won't leave their country.
I don't see how you could see it. It is the most breathtaking scenery.
Wow.
It is shockingly raw and beautiful. And you'll see stuff in Africa you can't see nowhere. All them animals you dream about. And Africa ain't animals and just animals and sickness and hunger and war. It's so much more than that, man. We've been lied to about what Africa really is.
Wow. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
The Mississippi special election was yesterday. Democrat Mike Espy against his opponent, Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith. Espy supporters wanted Mississippi voters to turn out like Alabama voters did for Democratic Senator Doug Jones beating Roy Moore. We all remember that. Well, the president held a couple of election eve rallies to promote that Republican Cindy Hyde-Smith as a truly incredible leader and asked regarding Democrat Mike Espy, which I thought was crazy, when he said, how does he fit in with Mississippi? Excuse me.
How you ask that question?
Isn't he a native son?
He's from there.
Yeah, he's a native son. Exactly.
About the same way you fit in up there at the White House.
Exactly. At least Mike Espy has tons of political
That's
experience.
been the hard fit.
On the national level, local level, state level, yes. So, Steve, this runoff election was about race, and new elect Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, her remarks about endorsing public hangings and lynchings. I mean, seriously, what is this world coming to, this country? What is going on?
Well, you know, this rhetoric comes from the top, and it's been made to be okay, to verbalize anything that you want to say, whether it's politically correct, whether it's separating, whether it causes pain, whether it's bigoted, racist, it doesn't matter. it's been made to seem okay. They relate to that. Well, he said it. Now, if the president can get away with saying the stuff he's gotten away with, why not?
Right.
Let me try.
So you expect Hillbilly Hank to restrain his tongue when the president of the United States, number 45, does not at all?
Hillbilly Hank, yeah.
No. It starts a wave, though. It starts a whole wave.
The red wave?
And that's when it gets bad.
Hey, man.
Everybody joins in. Everybody's saying what they want to say.
Trump was talking in Mississippi the other night. Did you see the black dude with the ponytail? He was there, too.
Again.
Dog, he's at all the rallies. He's every last one. Arizona.
They got to pay him.
No, they flying him around. The black dude with the ponytail.
But when we going to whoop his ass?
You know, man, I was just thinking that.
Come on, you guys can't do that.
I'm sorry. I got to say it.
For real, dog. I mean, I just want to pull him to the side in a group of brothers and just go, hey, man, really? Come on.
Well, when y'all finish, I'm going to come by and clip that damn ponytail. It's 2018.
You on a mission, Junior?
It's still all right for a good ass whooping. It's still all right for that, isn't it?
I mean, he's pathetic, though, man. I mean, look, man, let's say you're a Trump supporter. I got it. But to be used like that, we're going to put you front and center as our obviously token black. Wow. And we're going to make you the face of black people. Blacks for Trump. Take the S off.
The black.
One black.
Just put a black for Trump.
This is really, it's just.
What can you say? We got to get out and vote. We've been saying that forever and ever and ever. I mean, it's real. Our vote matters. You can't.
I think we did get out and vote, though.
I do,
and I think also, too, with SB,
not in Mississippi.
It couldn't have just been the black people that voted for him. He had to have white people to vote for him, too, to win.
All people,
Now you know, Carla,
he
when
needed more than just a black
Well,
vote.
that's with any election today.
Yeah, exactly, Steve.
All right, thank you, guys. Coming up next, it is Steve with today's closing remarks right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, last break of the day. Steve, you've been gone for a while. We've missed you. And, it's been a minute since you've talked about success in your closing remarks. So, I mean, let's just start from the basics.
How to be successful.
Let's get
Break
to
it
it.
down.
Well, the basis of success is, first of all, you must learn the principles of success. Successful people live by a set of principles. It's certain things that successful people do repeatedly. You just got to memorize them, learn them, and incorporate them into your world. That's really how it's done. It's really not a magic trick, but you just have to get to the point where you know how to do it. Like there are things that let me share something with you.
Please.
There's a lot of things that successful people do that's just different. They create and they pursue smart goals. They make decisive and immediate action. Successful people focus on being productive, not being busy. Successful people make logical, informed decisions. They get information. Successful people avoid the trap of trying to make things perfect. A lot of people never get started because they want everything to be lined up just right. Successful people don't do that. Successful people work outside of their comfort zone. If you want to be comfortable, you're not ever going to be successful. You got to be willing to go outside of that comfort zone. Successful people focus on making small, continuous improvements. What throws a lot of people off, y'all keep trying to make these huge leaps. No, man, inch by inch, anything's a cinch. Make small, continuous improvements. Successful people measure and track their process, their progress. They keep a record of their progress. They track it so they can see where the lows and the valleys and peaks were. Successful people always maintain a positive outlook, even as they learn from their mistakes. because mistakes is a part of it, man. And successful people, they spend time with the right people. You got to change your association with your people if you want to be successful. You got to get around some like-minded folks. You can't stay with the same crew and get successful. If you stay with the same crew, you're going to be just like the same crew. Association brings on participation. There's no way around that. And successful people maintain a balance in their life. It's God first, family second, education third, and then business. Now, don't get me twisted. You know what I mean by God first and family second, but education third don't mean you necessarily have to go to school. It's just you have to educate yourself to the thing you're trying to turn into a business. You got to become knowledgeable about it. It don't mean go back to school. Right. Those are the things that make a person successful. You know, and then can I give you a real simple piece of advice?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The book of Proverbs. Mm-hmm. If you have not read the book of Proverbs, man, you are doing yourself a serious injustice. The book of Proverbs is filled with two most important things you need in life: wisdom and understanding. If you gain wisdom and understanding, it will unlock and give you the keys to so many problems you're facing. It will give you the knowledge and the wherewithal to handle what's happening to you. The book of Proverbs, man, is one of, to me now, one of the richest books in the Bible. Now, you may have your favorite. I'm just telling you what's mine. But what has gotten me to this point today has been the book of Proverbs. The book of wisdom and understanding. If you can gain those two things, it's more valuable than silver and gold. A wise person and a person that's able to understand, decipher, shape it to where it fits. That's what wisdom and understanding does. That's what I would suggest.
Got time for a question?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm blessed. Mm-hmm. I keep getting even more blessed. Mm-hmm. And things are looking upward. Uh-huh. But I feel like I am growing away from my friends because we are living two different lives now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to lose my friends. Mm-hmm. I want to hold on to them.
Okay.
Because that's all I got. Well, I may make some new ones, but the ones I had when I had nothing, I don't want to lose them.
Let me ask you a question.
But I feel like I'm slipping away from.
Let me ask you a question. How do you lose a friend?
I just think we're growing apart. I think my life is changing and
absolutely. That's because there are certain people in your life for a season. It don't mean you lose them as friends. It's just you've outgrown them. Everybody come with you can't go with you. And it's okay, man. I got a lot of friends, man, I can't fool with like I used to. I see them, we cool, but we can't run together. No. First of all, they can't go nowhere you can go unless you pay for them. You can't hold on. See, in order to grow, you got to go. In order
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.